One thing I gotta ask you is that I've been recording a lot this week. A lot of I'm not stockpiling episodes so that I can binge drink over Christmas. That's just a made up lie. But two of the guests I've had on in the past week is the great Shuli and then Bob Levy.
The great Shuli.
Yeah, separate eps of the cast.
Yes. I have said from the very beginning, I think the whole Shuli and Bob thing is just total fake. I hate using the word work now because everyone uses it. But yeah, I think it's all bullshit. I don't know what they're doing, but this, I'm sure you have a whole thing planned, but I would love to talk about this.
Yeah, no, my whole thing is that see, I think it's real in that, and this is something you could probably relate to as well.
Idiot.
Is that with YouTube, it can become very unreliable financially. In that 1 month you make this amount, the next month you make that amount, and then the month after that you make even less than the first one.
Yeah, of course. It fluctuates all the time. But why would Bob just quit TSN and quit that guaranteed money when he could also at the same time do his same show where he just reads the chat and talks to Gina and whatever?
Yeah, I could like to fucking talk to her, if you know what I'm saying. But the
About
thing about
the Dabbleverse?
But the thing about her is that about Shuli and Bob is that I think for Bob it's sort of, if I go solo and I build up out of the coffin, then I can keep 100% of the money that comes in.
Yeah, but he could keep 100% of the money from out of the coffin and do Shuli Network and get that. Like, what else does Bob have to do?
That's very possible, but I think that Bob's also kind of, I wouldn't say taking shots, but he's kind of making it a little, how do you say, like he's making it a little bit more personal, because when Shuli was on, he had nothing negative to say about Bob. He was very praiseful and all that types of gangster shit. But Levy seems to be recording with dirty Italians and taking subtle shots. You know what I mean?
I just hit my face with the microphone. Hughezy, you're a wrestling guy. Every good feud needs a face and a heel. Bob is just playing the heel thing, and Shuli's trying to play the baby face role. Like, the idea that the whole issue, or one of the main issues, was that Bob's wife didn't have a place to sit and she wasn't allowed to present something. Like, that's so, like, something sensational Sherry would, like, put a stink up against, and Macho Man would be like, yeah, you should have had you should have had her up there. Like, this is all wrestling. I mean, we've seen it time after time. Again, with the Shuli Network, when has anything been true except for, well, that one thing? Hi, kids.
Boom, brr, boom, boom.
Does Conan sleep in that cage?
Yes, but that's if he doesn't behave himself. By the way, do you like James Cameron films?
Who?
Have you
you don't know me at all.
Have you ever seen Terminator 2?
Yes, I have seen that one, actually.
Who's your favorite character from Terminator 2?
I guess the cop. The cop robot.
Well, let's see who Conan's favorite Terminator 2 character is.
That ginger from Terminator 2.
So there you go.
Who's the ginger from Terminator? I don't know who that is.
Oh, you remember John Connor's little friend, and they went to the Galleria? And they were hanging around with, as Eso calls them, all those really hot chicks?
No.
You don't remember Terminator 2?
I don't watch movies. I probably saw Terminator 2 the last time when my dad rented it on VHS.
I've got a hilarious roast joke about because this guy says a member for 4 months, who is this grappler? Well, this is the great El Horrible, and guess what, Matthew Wilson? El Horrible is so dumb that he thinks Terminator 2 is called Terminator 2 because there's two Terminators in it. Roasted.
Yes, I do. No, it's actually called T2, and I only really know that because of the arcade game. That was a great arcade game. I know the arcade game probably better than the movie.
But when it comes to the ESO stuff, and of course you talk about it being a work, do you think that maybe Levy versus Shuli is potentially a distraction from that ESO stuff?
Yes, possibly. I mean, everyone's talking about the Bob and Shuli thing now. That no one's really talking about ESO. But what is there to talk about with ESO, really? I mean, it's all been kind of said, right?
Yeah.
Very odd.
Yeah, I didn't realize that we all had so much in common with them.
Stop it.
But
Disgusting.
I think that this whole the Shuli and Bob thing, I think it's a temporary blip, but I do think it's real because I don't see how it benefits them, if you know what I mean.
Because it gets people talking, I think. I don't know. I think that's like, how did having Anthony text John really benefit them? I mean, they kind of just revealed it was fake. They didn't really run with it all that much. Like, John thought, he was like, I know it's Anthony, and I think Anthony really wants to be in good graces with me. And then one day they were just like, ha, 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 we fooled you. And it's like, well, we all knew that it was fucking fake. Like, but John didn't.
Well, speaking of fake, we don't have a scripted live stream where we improvise. We're just making up our jokes on the spot. So, thank you, AO1021. Forget Melton and Carl. We're here now. They certainly are. And with that $1.99, I will buy you an apostrophe. But I think that when it comes to this Shuli stuff and all the works, it's that's the shit that's getting kind of dull to me.
Sure.
Where it's really like eventually this has got to fucking eventually we just get to kick back to having a gay old time instead of storyline meetings and saying, okay, you'll form a team with them and then you'll spin off and do a Wednesday show. So our team will do a Thursday show and then we'll compete on Saturday and we'll do like fundraiser contests and see who can get the highest number and we'll roast each other. And then come March, we'll all reveal that the whole thing was a big prank. But really, I don't understand why this would be something worth doing.
Because they're running out of content other than John. I mean, all they do is talk about John. I could also see, I know Bob did say he was getting tired a little bit, I think, of the John stuff, if I heard him correctly, which I could see that. Again, I don't know these people well enough to even care or ask. It's so, I don't know. I would have thought, like, if I was in this world with former Howard Stern guys, I would be all cool, like, whoa, holy shit, like doing shows alongside like Shuli and Bob, and it's just like, cares. I'd rather do it with Cardiff and OJ and you.
Oh wow.
Not Carl, Melton, or Moody though, obviously.
Yeah, that guy from the Lord of the Rings with the guy who looks like he's out of the Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the what?
You haven't even seen Lord of the Rings?
No.
Oh, it's a video file that ESO sent me. It's pretty awkward. Don't watch it on the bus.
I keep hitting my thing. What did I do? The little brown rings?
Jesus, I had to go take it too far. We're trying to do Christmas here. I'm not an alcoholic. From Dang Lizard, Anthony wasn't willing to do more than a message, so it fell very flat. But that alone was enough for SJ to call Kumya a hero.
Right.
Maybe, but at the same time, Stuttering John's so desperate for acceptance that I think that Kumya could do the exact same prank again, a word for word text to him, and SJ would do that, turn against Rob Saul, and then it's a whole new level of intoxication on the show, even though Anthony's had multiple alcohol-induced heart attacks. Right?
Yes. What? No. Yeah, how did you start that? I was thinking of something to say, and I totally forgot it.
Were you thinking about the ESO links that I was telling you about?
Yes, this little. What was it called? Little Brown Ring. What was that movie? I'm
Yeah,
writing it down.
It was called Two Terminators in the Little Brown Ring.
Take it in the starfish.
There you go. But the thing is, I just think that with the... No, we were talking about how Anthony was unwilling to take the prank further.
Oh, well, yeah. No, I think John would fall for it again over a little bit of time because, yes, John desperately wants a friend. John desperately wants allies. That's why he was so betrayed. He felt so betrayed by Vince this week. Did you hear about that?
I gotta be honest with you. I think that Vince the lawyer is one of these guys that's such a piece of shit that it's hilarious.
Well, he's never like, I don't know. Everything he does is stuff you could find on Google. And yes, he's a pain in the ass, but he makes me laugh. And I do communicate with him through text. But yeah, I've never really felt that he does anything really all that evil. Carl would think otherwise. But I don't know. Vince makes me laugh.
Yeah, the other day I had Shuli on, and throughout the stream, Vince the lawyer kept sending me fucking super chats that had Shuli's phone number in it.
Oh, really?
And it's just stuff like that that's fucking hilarious. Like what a piece of shit. Like I love that stuff.
Yeah, I get phone calls all the time. You just don't answer them, and then they stop. I don't know.
So he's not on social media?
Who?
Vince the lawyer?
So he claims. I don't know. I mean, he's obviously on YouTube, but he claims he's not on Twitter. I don't think any of us use Blue Sky. Is anyone? I can feel Cardiff's probably on Blue Sky, but I don't know if anyone else is using it. But yeah, Vince says that he is not Muttering Jay, although Carl seems to think otherwise. I don't think it's Muttering Jay. I have always said Muttering Jay is a woman. I don't know why. I just have a feeling in my six-pack gut that Muttering Jay is a woman. Thank you.
Have you ever seen Vanessa Williams' tits?
No. Wait, have I? Was she in a movie? Did you show him in a movie?
If she does, Iso has never seen them. Could you imagine being Iso that if he watched Baywatch?
No! I could never imagine being Iso. What kind of question is this?
But just think about that mindset. That
No!
Somebody would watch Baywatch and they'd be more into Mitch Buchanan's kid than Pamela Anderson.
Yes.
That's the type of
disgusting.
Yeah, it's I really think we should get the word out that type of shit is bad.
Mm-hmm.